Space, the final frontier. At least that's what they used to say. Now it's more like the familiar backyard, just a bit bigger, colder, and with a lot less oxygen. My name is Captain Jonathan Archer, and I'm a part of the Artemis program. Our mission to explore the Andromeda galaxy alone. It's a daunting task being the first human to venture so far from home, but someone has to do it, right? The ship, christened the Phoenix, hums around me, a metal cocoon protecting me from the unimaginable void. It's been 3 months since my last contact with Earth. 3 months of solitude, surrounded by nothing but stars and silence. Sometimes I swear I can hear whispers, faint rustling noises just beyond the reach of the comm system. But when I turn to face them, there's nothing but the endless expanse of space. Still, the isolation plays tricks on your mind. I find myself talking to the onboard AI, a sophisticated program named Athena, just for the sound of another voice. The monotony was shattered one day, a distress call. Crackling, distorted, but unmistakably a cry for help. It was faint, originating from somewhere deep within the uncharted sectors of the Andromeda galaxy. My orders were clear: avoid contact, prioritize the mission. But something in that desperate plea tugged at my heartstrings. I couldn't ignore it. I punched in the coordinates, rerouting the Phoenix towards the source of the signal. Athena, bless her digital heart, didn't judge. She just informed me of the risks, the increased fuel consumption, the deviation from our planned trajectory. I knew the risks, but out here in the vast emptiness of space, a distress call isn't just a signal, it's a lifeline. The closer I got, the clearer the signal became. It was definitely alien. A series of clicks, whistles, and guttural sounds that resonated with an eerie familiarity. I'd studied xenolinguistics back on Earth, but this was unlike anything I'd encountered before. It was a language of fear, of urgency, a language that screamed, "Help us!" As the Phoenix emerged from hyperspace, the source of the distress call came into view. It was a spaceship, but unlike any I'd ever seen. Sleek, silver, almost organic in design, it spiraled through space, trailing smoke and debris. It was under attack. 2 colossal creatures resembling colossal squids with glowing purple eyes were locked onto the ship's hull, their tentacles lashing out with devastating force. Space krakens. I'd only read about them in ancient Earth mythology, tales of sea monsters dragging sailors to their doom. But here they were, real and terrifying, wreaking havoc in the cold vacuum of space. And then I noticed something else, something strange. The silver spaceship, its design, the markings on its hull, they seemed familiar. It was then that I realized, with a jolt of surprise, that my spacesuit, the Artemis Mark VII, with its silver plating and golden accents, bore a striking resemblance to the markings on the alien vessel. The realization hit me like a meteor shower. Could these aliens mistake me for one of their own? The thought sent a shiver down my spine. It was a desperate gamble, but my only chance to help them and maybe learn their secrets. I contacted Athena, my voice tight with fear and excitement. "Athena, open a channel to the alien vessel and prepare a visual feed. I need them to see me." The AI followed my instructions. A holographic screen flickered to life, displaying chaos outside. "This is Captain Jonathan Archer of the Earth vessel Phoenix. I'm here to help." There was no response, only the hissing of the void and the screeching of the krakens. But then faint whispers reached my ears. They saw me. Section 5. The Terror of the Void Krakens. The whispers grew louder, transforming into a chorus of clicks and whistles. They were communicating, assessing the situation. I could feel their fear, their desperation, but there was something else too, a flicker of hope, a spark of recognition. They saw the resemblance. They thought I was one of them. I had to act fast. The space krakens were relentless, their tentacles tightening around the alien vessel. I engaged the Phoenix's thrusters, maneuvering the ship into a flanking position. My heart pounded against my ribs, a drumbeat of adrenaline in the silent void. "Athena, target the Kraken's tentacles. Fire pulse cannons on my mark." The AI responded instantly, locking on to the monstrous creatures. The Phoenix shuddered as the pulse cannons roared to life, sending out bolts of concentrated energy that ripped through the void, aimed at the Kraken's tentacles. Section 6. A flash of silver and gold. The first volley hit its target, severing one of the tentacles. The Kraken let out a deafening shriek, its massive body convulsing in pain. The other Kraken, enraged, turned its attention to the Phoenix, its colossal eye, a swirling vortex of purple light, fixed on my ship. But before it could attack, something incredible happened. The alien vessel, with a sudden burst of speed, shot out from behind the Kraken. It was a blur of silver and gold, moving with a grace and agility that defied its size. It darted between the Kraken's tentacles, firing back with weapons of its own. The space around us erupted in a chaotic ballet of light and energy. Beams of unknown energy met my pulse cannons, creating a dazzling display of celestial fireworks. I was caught in the middle of a cosmic war, a silent battle waged between creatures from different worlds. But in this moment, we were united against a common enemy. Section 7. Sanctuary Among the Stars. The battle raged for what felt like an eternity, but was probably only a few minutes. Slowly, the tide began to turn. The combined firepower of the Phoenix and the alien vessel was taking its toll on the Krakens. One by one, their tentacles were severed, their bodies riddled with wounds. Finally, with a last despairing shriek, the remaining Kraken let go of its prey and vanished into the darkness, leaving a trail of shimmering blood in its wake. The alien vessel, battered but victorious, limped towards the Phoenix. I powered down my weapons, my heart still pounding from the adrenaline. The holographic screen flickered, showing the alien vessel approaching. They were heavily damaged, but alive. A wave of relief washed over me. We did it. We actually did it. But even as the thought crossed my mind, a new feeling bubbled up inside me. Curiosity. Who were these aliens, and what would happen now? Section 8. Deciphering the alien language. The alien vessel docked with the Phoenix. An airlock hissed open, and for the first time, I came face to face with the beings I'd saved. They were tall and slender, with smooth silver skin that shimmered in the artificial light of the docking bay. Their eyes, large and black, regarded me with a mixture of curiosity and gratitude. Communication was a challenge, but not insurmountable. They had a device that translated their clicks and whistles into a series of images and symbols. I, in turn, used the Phoenix's universal translator to convey basic concepts. It was a slow and laborious process, but slowly we began to understand each other. They were a peaceful race, explorers like myself, who had stumbled upon a Kraken nesting ground. I learned that they had been tracking my journey, fascinated by this strange lone vessel that looked so much like their own. Section 9. A gesture of gratitude. I learned that their name for their species roughly translated to the Shimmering Ones, a fitting description for beings who seemed to radiate a soft internal light. They were a deeply spiritual people with a profound respect for all life. They were horrified by the Krakens, seeing them as a perversion of nature. They were immensely grateful for my intervention, calling me a brother from afar. They offered me gifts, intricate sculptures made of materials unknown to me, glowing orbs that pulsed with an inner light, and data crystals containing a wealth of knowledge about their civilization. I accepted their gifts with humility and a touch of awe. In their eyes, I saw not just gratitude, but a reflection of myself, a fellow traveler, alone in the vastness of space, seeking connection, seeking knowledge. Section 10. The universal language of laughter. As I spent more time with them, I discovered that despite our differences, we shared a common ground, a love for exploration, a thirst for knowledge, and a sense of wonder at the immensity of the universe. We shared stories, laughed together at each other's jokes, translated of course, and marveled at the vastness of space. One evening, as we shared a meal of strange but surprisingly delicious alien fruits, one of the Shimmering Ones pointed at me and then at himself, making a gesture that I recognized as laughter. I laughed too, a deep, heartfelt sound that echoed through the docking bay. In that moment, I realized that language, appearance, even species were ultimately insignificant. What mattered was the connection, the shared experience, the understanding that transcended words. We were two different species from different worlds, brought together by chance and united by a common bond. Section 11. Farewell, my brothers. The time came for us to part ways. The Shimmering Ones had to return to their own people, As they prepared to leave, I felt a pang of sadness as their ship disappeared into the star-dusted tapestry of space. I felt a profound sense of gratitude. I was alone again, but I was no longer the same. The encounter had changed me, opened my eyes to infinite possibilities.